previously on Avatar.
Lyle's cousin Niall. Oh god. Nice. You know, he looks kind of like he's got scoliosis. What's up with that? You have like an entire essay, but only one photo of your entire setup. That's fine. Cable management seems a little wacky, and I hate this build. You should throw it away. It's a piece of garbage. It sucks. Before we continue, special thanks to Karma for sponsoring this video. Karma is a free app and Chrome extension that saves you money on thousands of products, notifies you of price drops, finds you coupon codes, and much more. In fact, Karma even saved me money on some of my wishlist items that didn't go on sale over Black Friday weekend, like the Cooler Master NR200P. You know, because I really need another small form factor case. If you go to Karma's website or the Chrome Web Store, you can install the Karma plugin, which only takes a sec, and start using it virtually everywhere. Just take a guess at how many stores Karma's currently partnered with.
It's over 9,000!
That's correct, Vegeta. Get notifications via email or mobile push when an item you save comes back in stock, goes on sale, or has an active coupon code. If you're looking at a product, just click the Karma icon on the right side of the page and choose what notifications you want enabled for that item. You can also create custom lists to keep your wishlist items organized for easier tracking. This way you're automatically notified if something goes on sale or drops in price. Another thing Karma can do is scan your cart for any active coupon codes and apply them for you at checkout. This is actually a computer-specific feature, so I highly recommend the Chrome plugin. On top of that, you can also earn cash back via PayPal when you shop select retail partners. All of this adds up to a lot of money saved in the long run, and it's completely free to use, so definitely check out the link in the description below to start using Karma today. Honey Badger Ryzen 7 5800X, CPU cooler is an MSI Core Liquid 360R, 2x16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance Pro SL, 2x8 gigs of Corsair Vengeance, MSI RTX 3070, storage 1TB NVMe, plus a 1TB hard drive. Okay, all these pictures, which one do I choose? This one. Hold on, pause for wine.
There are only 3 flavors of wine. Red, white, and not enough.
Oh, so big.
What do you mean by that?
All right, so the first thing I noticed is that it's a clean build. It's a clean looking build for sure. Cable management is pretty much on point, but it could use some sleeved extensions or even just full length cables if it was willing to go that far. White cables would look really good in here. You could do white and black, but I think maybe if you did white and black, don't go with like the stripe pattern. Maybe an asymmetrical pattern would be good. You can like look at mainframe customs or end sourced for some of those. I like your AIO. It looks nice. This MSI AIO, pretty classy. And you've got the white. Everything's coordinated very nicely. All the white on the RGB. Although the white on your RAM sticks and your GPU looks much warmer than the white elsewhere on your fans. So maybe try changing that. I know white is tricky. You know, like the pure white on some components is not always like, it varies. The color temperature varies between them. And I just realized you also have 2 more sticks in between or on either side of this stick right here. So you've got 2 Corsair Vengeance LPX DIMMs, as well as 2 RGB DIMMs alternating. Interesting. At some point, I would say upgrade your Corsair sticks to the RGB ones. Make sure you get the identical capacity, cast latency, and speed to ensure full compatibility. Oh, I just noticed also that these 2 fans are different than these 2 fans. So if you wanted to match things up, you could either go get 2 more of these fans or get 2 more of these, and that would look better, IMO. Apart from that though, dude, this is a really nice looking build. There's a wide shot. I don't like this red. This red sticker is killing it. It's killing it for me. Also, why do you have the SSD tray mounted here if there's no SSD? I would remove that, unless you're planning to mount an SSD there soon. It just looks empty. Nice Be Quiet case, plenty of airflow at the front. Let's take a look at your setup. All right, well, that's pretty cool. So clearly you like Star Wars.
This is the way.
Got a lot of Star Wars stuff here, wallpaper. Nice, again, frame. Get a frame for this. If you frame it, it'll look so much cleaner, so much nicer. If this is a standard size, I would suggest looking at Amazon first for a frame, like, because if it's standard, then there's definitely a frame that you could buy for relatively cheap. If not, if you have to get it custom, it might not be worth it depending on what your budget is, because framing can get really custom framing can get really expensive, especially for something this size. But just something to keep in mind if you ever wanted to elevate things a little bit. You really like this poster, you're gonna have it for a few years, might be worth looking into. Apart from that, nice job on having your PC off the floor. Your monitors look pretty good. They are different. They're not matching monitors, but they are together and they are of level height. No bezel gap, GG. RGB mouse pad, RGB peripherals. So you do have some splashes of red in here. You know, you got red on the mouse. What is this thing? Oh, it's like a little LCD with your diagnostics, CPU usage, temperatures. What is that device? I don't recognize it. Looks pretty cool though. That also has some red in it. So maybe the little red in your PC kind of ties a bit of that together. Cable management is pretty good for the most part. I feel like there are some wires that could be hidden a little nicer. This guy, some of this stuff. What is this? Is this like an air purifier? I don't know what this is, but it is strategically placed right in front of all the cables coming out of your PC. I don't know if that was intentional, but kind of works. Kind of works. Cable management underneath your desk actually looks pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think you could maybe use a little bit more RGB, just IMO. If you wanted to put like an RGB strip behind your desk, illuminate the back wall, that would look really nice, especially because your PC is so lit and there's not much RGB lighting going on over here, save for some of your peripherals and the RGB mouse mat. Apart from that though, it's a very clean system. You know, again, this is one of those setups that I have to nitpick because it's pretty good already. Got some more cool memorabilia stuff here. Black and white chair, matches the setup and the rig. Hook for your headset, nice. Just get a RGB strip all along the edges of your L-shaped desk. I think that'd look pretty cool. Maybe even put some underglow lighting underneath your desk if you wanted to, if you wanted to go that route. Overall though, very nice. Just needs a few tweaks and you are set. Weshi, Ryzen 7 3800X, MSI 2070s Gaming X Trio, 2070 Super, that is, 32 gigs Corsair Vengeance, Asus ROG Strix B550F, Corsair H100i Platinum, Corsair RM850X, Fantex Neo Cube. I'm an 18-year-old student, currently studying IT and computing. Since I've taken these photos, I've upgraded my monitor to the MSI Optics Mag, going to be mounting another monitor above it for content creation and multitasking. That big box behind my PC is the electric box for the house. I don't really have anywhere else I can put my setup, so it's unfortunate. All right, big box behind your PC. I see, this guy right here. You know, you're working with what you got. This is a nice setup, dude. Nice setup, brah. Smearing off ice. Clean setup, my dude. It's a pretty decently sized desk, you know? You said you were planning to put another monitor above this one. I think that'll look good, as long as it's not oversized. Maybe get a similar size, like identical monitor here, and then, you know, an ergo stand, a third-party stand that'll actually mount both monitors at once. You could or you could wall mount both of them. That would look even more sick. I like this. I really like this this pegboard with your game pad. Looks really well thought out too. It's kind of stylish. Got some plants here. It's functional but decorative. Just a nice blend. Love the plants too. Love the plants kind of coming down the sides. It sort of frames the setup overall, and it adds a bit of organic touch to everything and some color. A nice pop of green is always nice when it's, you know, from foliage and whatnot. Nice wall-mounted guitar. I feel like this could be centered more, like if this was centered more on this wall as opposed to way off to the right, but this probably just makes it a bit easier to access and stuff as well. Maybe some artwork, maybe like a little like a wide piece of art right above here, right above the bottles would be nice. Just spitballing some ideas for you. Was there a picture of the build itself? Yes. Side panel. This is nice. Nice clean rig. RGB, kind of synth wavy. Synthy wavy. I feel like these, you know what I'm gonna say. These fans should look like these fans if you really wanted to match it all up. Doesn't look bad, but you know, uniformity is nice. Good cable management. It's kind of a dark picture. It's hard for me to tell, but cable management looks good. Sleeved extensions, and that all looks fine. Oh, okay. Here's a picture of your whole room. This is a nice room, Daniel. Nice room. You got plenty of guitars. You are a guitarist. Metallica. Motorhead, very nice, very nice. Good taste in music, that's a plus. Pink bed sheets, you get points from me for that. Matches your rig, pink's awesome. And then you get the blue blanket on top of that. This is a dope room, gotta be honest. I like that the TV is like right in front of your bed, so you can just chill and watch TV and stuff, or play your PlayStation whenever you're just lounging in bed. It's a small room. It looks very small, but it also looks like you've managed to cram a lot of stuff in here without making it overcrowded or cluttered. Not always an easy feat, so well done there. And the TV's wall mounted. I just realized the TV's wall mounted. That's definitely a nice touch. Obviously opens up a lot more room on whatever shelf this is. It's like a floating wall shelf, so that you can put other things on there, and it just looks nicer. It just looks fancier overall. But I'm digging it. I'm digging the vibe. One last pic of your rig. Yeah, I would change those fans. Is that Monty Python? Who is that? I like it though. It looks like he's worshiping the build, which he absolutely should be. It's a pretty fire build. All right. Moving on to Megu. Core i7 11700K, 3080 Ti in a rack cabinet. PC itself already featured before, my first water-cooled build that took me a whole 4 hours to assemble. That's it? Is it custom? It is custom. 4 hours is nothing. That's pretty fast actually for a custom loop. Don't worry about dust. Got air compressor, just a dozen feet from the cabinet. It's regularly used, but hey, I took it off the carpet at least. That's good. 11700K and a 3080 Ti. That's freaking baller. Oh, look at this. You're watching me, for some reason it makes me happy to know that someone's watching me on a CRT right now. That is amazing. It makes me like really nostalgic. I remember just gaming on this thing, playing CS 1.3 on a freaking CRT. Those are the good old days. Looks so funny with like this really modern RGB keyboard and stuff. It's pretty dope though. The 4x3 days. Oh ho ho. Nice Noctua fans. You know what I'm gonna say. Gotta swap them out for Chromax. Go Chromax, brah. Nah, I mean, the performance here is probably really good. These are great fans. Cool, like sort of fuchsia pink purpley liquid that you've got here. Definitely adds a touch of character. You guys ever think Noctua will ever make RGB fans? I wonder if that's ever gonna happen. I'm sure so many people would lose their minds though if they did. Like, no, Noctua is supposed to be performance purist brand that's not allowed to have RGB, it's illegal. Maybe in my lifetime. Nice build. I think a GPU backplate would do you well here, especially considering that you've already dumped a lot of money into this, so a backplate's not gonna set you back much more, but it is gonna look a lot nicer. Why are these, what's up with the rubbers? The rubber corners on your Noctua fans? Why are they sticking out like that? Making me uncomfortable. I didn't consent to this, Noctua. Anyway, nice build. What the, Jesus. For a split second, I was like, did he actually put like his hamster in his build? Not a safe place for any living thing, really. This is cool. There's your server rack, so you've got the PC in the server rack. It's a hell of a rack, man. Look at the rack on this boy. Yeah, buddy. Some purple vibes at night. Beautiful, beautiful little rig. Gemmy, Core i7 11700F with an ML240 V2 RGB, RTX 2060, 32 gigs of RAM, LAN Cool 2 mesh, 1TB M.2, used for school and gaming, and is my first ever gaming setup. Computer built by me at age 14. Dang. Let's see how you did. Let's see how this 14-year-old kid built his first ever gaming PC. Honestly, not bad. Not too bad. What's your Gemmy? Not too shabby, Gemmy. I gotta say, RGB is on point. Everything's matching nicely. Your cable management is pretty good for the most part. I would just say tuck this cable into the PSU shroud so that it's not just hanging out here. You know, it looks a little loose there, but you do that and you're pretty much good to go. As far as cables are concerned, the only thing you'd have left to do at that point would be maybe get some extensions, some sleeved extensions. Pick up a kit for 20, 30 bucks on Amazon. I would opt for blue if you're gonna keep this color scheme, or if you wanna be more flexible and change the color up down the line, then maybe just get black cables. Either way, that would look infinitely better than what you have now. I don't know what else I would do here. Maybe get another fan. You could probably get another RGB fan, one of these fans, and slap it to the back of your case. That would just add a bit more glow on the left side of your system. Right now you have a lot of glow on the right, or on the front I should say, and the top. I would even it out with another fan at the back. Not to mention that would just create a bit more exhaust at the rear of your system. You probably don't need it. It would be mostly for aesthetics, to be honest. It's not really gonna change your temps all that much, if at all. And Joker, I like the Punko Fop. Looks good, man. Oh, let's take a look at your setup. All right, so you have your PC on a desk, fantastic. You also have a single monitor, a nice looking custom keyboard from the looks of it, or at least custom keycaps, good mouse, good peripherals and stuff, and fairly clean. I feel like, what is this? Some art project that you did? What, did you make this when you were like 13? Wait, you're 14 now. That was only a year ago, never mind. Looks good. I will say, cable management, I see some cables down here. Gemmy, what is this? Unacceptable. How do you think you're gonna graduate freshman year of high school with cables like this? Unacceptable. I would fail you instantly. Nice boom arm though, you know, so maybe you do pass after all. Can you change the color on this mic? Is it always red? I think it's always red, because every time I see this HyperX mic, it's always red. It'd be dope if it was RGB. What do you mean it's only one color? I could've had 16.8 million. Oh, I just realized there's a PlayStation right here as well. Got a PlayStation kind of almost underneath your monitor. Ever consider wall mounting the display? I think that could be good, because it would probably move the display a little bit further back giving you more room on your desk for things like your PlayStation, whatever else. And also maybe move it further away from you physically so that maybe it's not as close, you know? You're 14, you still have a lot of time to ruin your eyes like I did. So you don't wanna do that. Maybe putting it on the wall would be a good idea. If you were up for the challenge, maybe you could have your dad or your mom help you out. Or you could just do it yourself. You seem like a smart kid. And it would also look cleaner too. It'll just look a lot nicer. You could put some RGB lighting behind it, whatever. Or if you don't want to go that extreme, then, you know, maybe dad doesn't want you putting holes in his walls, which is understandable. Then just get like a third-party stand and one that has like a flexible mounting arm. That could help too. And maybe some RGB glow behind your desk even. Overall though, very, very nice, gemmy. Your first gaming system and setup looks fantastic. TY Maguire 24, transferred my parts from this case to the Height Revolt 3 from your video. What's a good AIO to use? My NZXT Kraken has a hard time fitting. All right, so this is not his current build. He transferred over to the Revolt 3, the Height Revolt 3, which if you guys haven't seen that video of mine, if you want more information on that case, I do a build in it. Maybe like 4 or 5 videos back. It's a small form factor build. So he downsized from an ATX mid tower to a mini ITX chassis. The Height Revolt 3 is a really nice case. Kind of looks like the NZXT H1, but a good cooler for that, I use the H15. The H15i from Corsair. That is a 280 millimeter AIO, but it fits just fine inside of the case. You do have to work some cable management in order to get it to fit properly, but it's really not too terrible. It is nice having the 280 rad in there as opposed to a 240, just to give you a bit more cooling power. Doesn't say what your specs are, but I would imagine you've got maybe a Ryzen 7, or maybe even a Ryzen 9, I'm not sure. But if you have a hotter running GPU, try to opt for the 280 if possible. I'm surprised you're having trouble with the NZXT cooler though, because the Krakens use the thinner hoses, the thinner tubing, or at least this one does, which I would think would be better for the Revolt 3, but maybe there's some other factor. Maybe it's the water block. The pump block is a little taller. It is quite a bit taller than like the equivalent Corsair hydro coolers, but I hope that goes well for you. I hope you figure it out. Will is weird. Only one photo, sorry. PC, I have no idea. Got it from a friend. Wow, really? You have no idea what's in your PC? That's weird. Keyboard is a Red Dragon keyboard, mouse, cheap mouse from Amazon, old 4x3 Dell monitor. Bro, what am I looking at here? Where do I start? Where do I start, chat? I guess let's start with the actual tech. This is a Dell monitor, a 4x3 Dell monitor, and you have a cracked open laptop in front of it with a Corsair fan on top of it, providing additional cooling. So I'm guessing this is your PC. You don't have a desktop, you just have this dissected laptop that's connected to the Dell monitor. Okay. This is so interesting. This is so strange. Did you receive it already cracked open, or did you open it because it was having overheating issues? And you're like, I need to put a fan on it. It's the only way it's gonna work. Keeps blue screening or whatever. Very interesting, but let's move on to other things. You have a lot of stuff on your desk that doesn't really need to be here. I feel like all this stuff should have a home, like a proper home that's not on your desk area. Some of it could be, you know? I see some pens over here. Get a cup, get a mug, put your pens in the mug. That can go on your desk, but at least they'll all be contained in one spot. What is this, tape measure? Headphone, like earbuds? Are these those party poppers? Are these those like the things you pull and like confetti and stuff comes out? What's up with that? Are you having a fiesta at your desk setup? This looks like a pump or something. What the heck is that? You have tools just scattered about. There's the other half of your laptop, it looks like. Just a bunch of random stuff, bro. So clean it up, and I would say start saving for a new everything. Like get a new PC, get a new monitor. Your keyboard and mouse are fine. Oddly enough, those are probably the strongest points of your setup. But yeah, this doesn't look very sustainable. I can't imagine this is fun to work with day in and day out as a daily. I mean, you've got the thing literally elevated on an Apple product box and some other box. Just doesn't look the most user-friendly, ergonomic, comfortable, all the above. I'll say a prayer for you to the tech gods. And whatever friend gave you that laptop, it's not a real friend. Papa Chong, Core i5 9600K, 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LPX, GPU is an EVGA 2060 6 gig. We have a video. Oh, a video. Ah, they always go so fast. Why are you all moving so fast in the videos? Okay, there's the first pass. All right, let's take a look at this one more time. So nice kind of IKEA setup, you know, typical IKEA setup with the shelves, shelf cabinets, and the desktop. Nice wood. Okay, it looks like you've got a third-party stand for your monitors. 2 monitors, looks good. Nice custom mechanical keyboard there. Got some custom keycaps on there as well. Wireless mouse, Yeti mic on the boom arm. Very nice. Whoa, buddy. Could these not be routed from behind your system? You had to plug them into the front I/O or what? Going on there? Earbuds hanging down from your vertically mounted monitor, and that's pretty much all we get. You do have RGB lighting behind your desk. Looks good, looks pretty clean. Cable management definitely is probably the thing I would work on most here. You've got cables coming down right from your monitor here. Kind of just kills the vibe, right? Kills the aesthetic. You have this really nice floating effect with your displays because of the monitor stand, but then they're, they look tethered to the ground with these wires just going straight down. So maybe you could wire those up, I don't know, zip tie 'em or something behind the stand, run them through the wall if you want to go that route, if you want to get serious. But overall, really nice setup. All those things that I just mentioned are fairly quick and easy fixes. So nice going there. Thanks for submitting that, Papa Chow. Captain Charms. I'm sorry the photo isn't that great. It's a few weeks old and didn't have time to take a new pic with the side panel off and get into it, but I wanted to make the cut for the submission. Hopefully next time I'll have better photos. Okay, I think your photo's fine from the looks of it. H510i, ROG Strix Z590E, Wi-Fi 6E, C80 PSU, Z63, Core i7 11700K, RTX 3090 FE, 64 gigs of RAM, currently running 3200 because can't seem to get 3600 stable. Really? On this board? I feel like it should be working on this board, especially it's like Intel board. Anyway, peripherals, AOC 27-inch 240 hertz, 1800R curve, 1440p HDR monitors, and stuff. Damn, son. Damn. That's a lot of screen. Hella screen. Okay, so it looks like these two, no, the two AOC monitors are identical, but they're not perfectly lined up. I feel like they're maybe half an inch off vertically. This one either needs to be lowered, this one needs to be raised, and then they'll be perfect. I can't tell if you're using wall mounts or if these are on like ergo stands or something mounted to the back of your desk. Either way, they look good. Job well done. Maybe it's a single stand, because I see that this display, which looks to be an Acer, is mounted to this pole. So maybe it's one stand for 3 monitors. That looks like what it could be, possibly. Your build looks decent. Was this the only photo? Yes, it was. Can't really tell much about your system. Looks fine from here, but it's just too dark to tell. This looks like a speaker. I don't know if this is a speaker or what, but that is a gun. Is that a gun? That looks like a gun. Is that a real gun? Just out of curiosity. Totally cool if it is. I mean, all the more power to you. So like ominously hanging out in the open, just right under your monitor. It's just kind of a funny spot for it. Merca, yeah. Putting my gun on top of my setup, Merca. Yeah, and then coasters, right next to your gun. You always, even if you have a gun, you gotta kill people, but you don't want to get your desk wet, So that's good. Got some coasters there. What is this? Not sure. Lighting's a little dark, but you definitely have this sort of like red glow going on your walls. And I'm wondering where the light source is from that. Is that just like ambient lighting in your room? Do you have like RGB bulbs in your like desk lamp, your floor lamp, ceiling light, whatever? Where's that light coming from? But it looks really nice and red. Definitely gives it sort of this like, I don't know, this moody vibe. It's very moody. And I like the sort of cyberpunk wallpaper. Definitely goes with everything else. Nice setup. I can't tell, like, okay, so cable management, I would say the cables coming from behind your monitor, this top Acer monitor, they need to be tidied up and routed directly behind your pole, the spine of the stand, so that you don't see this mess. And apart from that, I wish there were more photos and better angles, because that's really all I can say from photo you sent. But it's a really nice space. It's a really nice, clean setup from what I can tell. Below minimums. This is the first build I've done completely on my own, and I'm really happy with it. I tried to cable manage as best as I could. Also, I realize it looks like the keyboard position is awkward, but I primarily play flight sims, so this setup works best for putting my yoke up. That ain't no yoke, mutta. Ryzen 5800X, RTX 3080 for the Win 3, 32 gigs Corsair Vengeance, MSI Gaming Edge X570, Corsair H100i Capellix, MP600 2 terabyte, and stuff. Ooh, cable management picture. You don't see those too often. This ain't bad. This ain't bad. This is kind of like what most of my builds look like. If I had about this amount of hardware and I was, I didn't want to spend all the time in the world, I feel like this is a pretty good happy medium. It's not the cleanest cable management you've ever seen, It's not like you'd see this on the CS show floor or anything, but it's also tidy and organized. And he's making proper use of the Velcro straps, the tie down points. He's using zip ties. and you know, it's organized. It's organized, it looks good. Plus you have RGB, you have an RGB controller in here. So, or I'm sorry, that looks like a fan controller. Maybe it's both, maybe it's a fan and RGB controller. At any rate, you do have an RGB controller here. The fact that you've got, you know, some more complicated devices in here and it still looks this good, that's pads on the back there. Very nice. Let's look at the front of the PC. Yo, pretty slick. Excellent cable management on the front as well. You can see he even zip tied his PCIe cables down so that they would lay flatter on his GPU. Looks fine, looks good to me, but you know it would look better, sleeved extensions. Especially in a build like this where everything else already looks pretty much as good as it's gonna get. You've got matching fans. Yes, kudos to the matching fans. Thank you. See how nice that looks? RTX 3080. You have a 3080? Couldn't buy $30 extensions? What is the meaning of this? Cable management looks really good though. Everything looks good. I have nothing else to say bad about your PC. Looks great. Your setup, PC off the floor, fantastic. Triple displays. I don't think any of them are matching. They all look different, and you do have some bezel gap in between them. What? Why? Probably because you have 3 different monitors with 3 different stands that don't all articulate exactly the same, and that can be difficult to sync them all up. But if you ever want to get rid of that and you want to optimize the way that these look all together, well, if you really wanted to change things up for the better, I would say, without sacrificing much screen real estate, maybe get another one of these. Get 2 ultra wides. I think 2 of these ultra wides, if they were identical side by side, would look a lot cleaner and nicer than what you have currently. And you wouldn't really be sacrificing that much in terms of screen space. It's a pretty big monitor. I'm guessing it's 3440 by 1440, but did you specify? Peripherals were not mentioned. At any rate, looks pretty good. Cable management is okay. Give it a, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. 5 being average. Not the best, not the worst. Just a lot of cables kind of around your monitor area, cables underneath your desk. Maybe get some of those cable management racks that go underneath, or like one of those raceway channels that I usually use. Those are fantastic. You have planes. There's a planes on your desk right here. It's supposed to be a setup, not an airstrip runway. What's up with the planes? What does that say? Far aim? Far... I thought it said Far Cry at first, but it does not. I don't know what that says. I don't know what that is. Any other pictures? This one's a little dark. Okay, cable management looks a lot better in this photo, at least from down here. Bro, what's up with your carpet? Why is your carpet doing that? Am I on acid? Why does your carpet look like water? I'm like, maybe, at first I thought it was a rug, because rugs tend to bunch up like that, but this looks like actual carpet that's going all the way under your baseboards and stuff. At least your cable management looks good. Just gotta work on your carpet. Carpet game needs work. All right, very clean. Cable foreskin for the win. Did I miss anything up here? Oh, that was it. All right, thanks Minimums. Nice job. Miniature gaming, my budget setup, Ryzen 5 3600, X570 Steel Legend, RX 580 Sapphire Vengeance X by, or 8 4-gig sticks, or no, 4 8-gig sticks, 3200 Logitech G Pro keyboard, G703, G433 headset. What is this? What is this? This is the tiniest photo in the world. Bro. All right, I won't spend too much time. It's not really much to talk about anyway. Your PC looks fine. Your PC actually looks pretty good from this horrible resolution photo. And there's literally nothing else going on in your system or on your desk except the basics. Once again, we have the fundamentals, mouse, keyboard, monitor. You do have a boom pole, which is great, and a mouse pad. Your gamepad is on the base of your monitor stand. That's a fine place to put it. This is a very large desk for having very little on it. So that can work sometimes, but there's a fine line between something looking minimalistic and empty. And this looks more empty than it does minimal. So a way around that is to add small touches to the desk area, like put a small modern plant over here, or maybe get a compact stand for your headset and put it here. Just little things to fill in the gaps so it doesn't look so vast and cavernous. And then also maybe get something for your wall, decor and shit. RGB lighting behind the desk, never hurts. But before you do any of that, invest in a better camera. All right, we're gonna look at a couple more here. Otherwise, my editor will hate me. He probably already hates me.
I don't even know who you are.
Jack in a Box. Finally have my setup to a point that I'm satisfied with now that I have dual monitors. The desk is an IKEA tabletop that I stained and sealed. Super happy with it, though I do wish it were a little bigger. I'm an engineering student and use this for a lot of CAD and programming as well as gaming. Got the TV above the monitor so I can watch stuff in bed directly behind the desk. Still need to get a longer display port cable for the new monitor. PC, yes I know, floor PC. For shame. AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, RTX 2080 Super Gaming OC from Gigabyte, X570 Aorus Pro Wi-Fi from Gigabyte, Corsair Vengeance RGB, 2x gig sticks, 3600 CL18, NZX TH510 Elite, Kraken Z63, ARM A50X, NVMe drives, Samsung, peripherals, 2 LG, 2 7GL 850s, Razer Viper Ultimate, All right. Thank you for the many pictures. PC first. This build looks perfect. I have no complaints. Honestly, though, it looks. I can just tell. It's really, really nice. Oh my gosh. Why do some pictures are so big? Looks great, dude. Looks great. Even lighting all around, you know, good cable management in every area. Although the Gigabyte logo's not lighting up. Wondering why? Why isn't that lighting up? Nice sleeved extensions or full-length cables, whatever they are, they look really good. Training is on point, and your hoses look good. They're also trained well, flowing. A little dusty, I would say dust, and just give it a good cleaning, and that would be great. Cable management looks fine. Looks really good, actually. Again, with the color temperatures, you know, you got the RAM that's very warm. I feel like the white on RAM generally tends to be a bit warmer than the LEDs on fans for some reason. I don't know why that is, but maybe you could play around with the software, make it a little cooler to match up with the fans and the pump block, if that works. Really nice build. Your setup. See, this is kind of what I'm talking about when you have a very clean, minimalistic setup, but it doesn't look empty. He's filled up all the big gaps with stuff. Again, there's a plant. You've got a few little, you know, let me open this. Some cool Lego cars. Lego car, very cool. Nice monitors, beautiful stand. Look at that, 0 bezel gap. That's what we like. That's where it's at, chat. Beautiful, beautiful monitor config. My OCD is a little irked because the TV is not centered on the monitors. Could you move the monitors over slightly? I feel like that would be possible, but maybe not. Your PC on the floor. It's really such a beautiful setup, but I'm finding little things to get triggered by. None of them are deal breakers though. This is a fantastic setup. I love this peg wall. It's such a nice peg wall. It's just so functional, but it doesn't look ugly, you know? Got all the stuff you need right there. Right there. Cable management, fantastic. Only thing I'll say is these cables right here. This cable, bloop. This cable, bloop. Tuck those away. Apart from that though, love the large desk mat. Good call on the desk mat. And again, cable management is great. Underneath your desk, I see 0 issue. This looks like it might be a headset on a hook. GG there. You did provide other pictures. So let's see. Yeah, bro, you gotta fix that cable. It's just, because the thing is your setup is so clean that even a single cable sticks out like a sore thumb. If it was like a cluttered, messy setup, like no one would even notice this cable. But, so that's a good thing. The fact that it's so obvious means that you have a very tidy area. Yeah, man, the OCD is killing me though. It's TV. Am I the only one? It's just me? Probably just me. Just me. It does look somewhat centered with this monitor. So I guess if I look at it that way, it looks a little better. Is it crooked too? I can't tell if it's crooked. Oh, I'm going to die. Yeah. It is a really nice setup though. I love this desk. This is really nice. Is this the same desk as mine? Maybe that's why I like it. This looks like I think it's the exact same desk as mine. IKEA fan? IKEA gang? Looks like it. Yeah, it's definitely IKEA because I could see the IKEA legs. Them legs though, them legs. Beautiful setup, Jack, if that's your name. IKEA gang, give it up for IKEA. Josh Hirodi, what up, Josh? Judge me, bucko. B550F, Wi-Fi, 5800X, MSI 3080, 16 gig CL16, 3600, Fire CUDA Gen 4, NVMe SteelSeries Aerox 3 mouse, Cooler Master MK750 keyboard, Samsung G7 32-inch, ultra-wide for work, and all the pretty lights. Oh, Josh, this photo. It's a good photo, but it's not the best for being able to actually make out details. So I will just talk about the things that I can see. Your PC looks pretty awesome. Nice Fantex case. Looks like you've got decent cable management. You do have some sleeved extension in there. Extensions. You have a radiator, AIO. Nice and red. Everything's very red. Again, red's like the easiest thing to match up. Even matches your desktop wallpaper. Very thoughtful. Got a vertical display here. Are these monitors wall mounted or are they on a stand? It's so dark and there are so many shadows I can't tell. But doesn't look like you have much bezel gap, so that's a plus. Very clean setup. It's very compact, but functional. I feel like this is very reminiscent of my very first ever PC gaming setup in terms of when I first built my very first rig for gaming. I had a setup my desk was about this wide. I had barely enough room for my monitor and the desktop. So similar as you, where I had maybe 2 or 3 inches between my side panel and the bezel of the monitor. But it worked. It worked. It got the PC off the floor. Seems like it's doing the same for you. So that's swell. Let's see what else. Cable management looks a little hairy. Back here. Not the worst though. Looks like a 10-second fix, you know? Group them together. Is this a stand for the monitor? I don't know. It's too hard to tell. So hard to tell. At any rate, what's this? Is this a tablet? Or is this just a really small display? Doesn't look like it's connected to your PC, so maybe it's a tablet, but who knows? All right, thank you, Josh. Send me a better picture next time. All right, we'll look at one more. Evie the Man. I'm a high school student and I use this setup to stream on Twitch and play guitar. A lot of students in this one. Cable management needs some work. PC specs, Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigs, 3600 megahertz RAM, GTX 1070, got scammed out of a 700 on a fake 3070. Oh, what? You got scammed out of $700 because someone sold you a fake RTX 3070? Bro, that sucks, man. And you're a high school kid. Probably poor, like every other high school kid, like I was when I was in high school. It sucks, man. I'm sorry about that. People are such ugh, I hope that person gets hit by a bus and his $700 he stole from you falls out of his pocket, reach down to pick it up and spit in his face as he utters his last breaths on earth.
Get fucked!
Okay, let's look at your PC. Good God, man. I guess with $700 stolen from you, you can't afford a dust buster or a can of compressed air. Get a data vec, bro. This is looking really dusty. It looks like your PC has dandruff. Hold on, look at this. It's snowing in here. Good God. I've never seen a PC that needed Head and Shoulders. But apart from the dust, the insane amount of dust, look at it just caked onto your side panel and everything. Good God. Apart from that though, pretty clean build, right? It's fairly mid-range, but you've got decent cable management. I would try to tie these guys back a little bit better. And I wouldn't even go for extensions, sleeve extensions here at this point because it's sort of entry-level mid-range, or at least it looks that way. I would save up for other more performance-driven things. If you need more RAM, if you want a better GPU, CPU, plus you just had a bunch of money stolen from you, so you know, money's not exactly your luxury right now. But that being said, it is a fairly clean looking system. I think once you actually clean it, it will be literally clean and will look a lot nicer. You also have 2 fans at the front, no other fans in the system though. I would maybe get at least one fan, mount it to the back and have that set to exhaust. So you have a nice even linear path of airflow. Air coming in from the front, hitting your GPU, going through the fan on your CPU cooler. I hope this is mounted so that it's blowing air to the rear of the fan. I would assume so. If not, you should flip it. And then you have your exhaust fan helping pull all that heat out of your case, right? Not a bad system though, just needs a good dusting. Is this one of those Fantex RGB strips? Those are cool. I should use those more. Bloop. Bloop. All right, your setup. Let's go. Actually, let's look at this picture first. Okay, first things first. Cable management was forgotten on this setup. Cable management was overlooked in its entirety. Mom's spaghetti. Chat's giving you a 10 out of 10 for cable management. I disagree. So you know what you need to do there, you know? Get some raceways underneath your desk. Super easy. It'll take you 20 minutes to fix all that up. Same thing with under your monitor. All this crap. Just string it up, bro, string it up. What are your guys' thoughts on monitors touching your desk? Like this guy right here. Yay or nay? Poll in chat. And also poll in the comments on YouTube. Does this look good to you or not? Perfectly acceptable, no problems, don't bat an eye. Does it bother you? Nay, nay, yes, yay, nah, not touching. nay, yay. Mine's the same way. No opinion, nay, yay, yay. So it actually seems pretty polarizing, and I think that's to be expected because, you know, on one hand, it does make it really clean and flat. You absolutely know 100% that the monitor is perfectly straight, right? There's no denying that, unless you have like some weird dent in your desk and it's just lopsided, but that's not really common. On the other hand, I don't know. I think I'm just not used to seeing it as much, and it kind of feels too low. Like it forces my eyes to look at the desk, right? If I have anything on screen that's that low, I'm like craning my neck too far down, and it just feels too connected to the desk. Where I'm looking feels too connected to the desk. But, you know, preference. Clearly from the unofficial poll in chat, it's very two schools of thought there. If it works for you, it works for you. You do have a nice wall-mounted monitor. Your main display is wall-mounted. Looks really nice. Good job there. Also looks very straight. I feel like you could get a stand for your gamepad, which I am not one to talk because I don't have a stand for mine. I just put mine on my monitor stand here all the time. I have the microphone right now, so I could be a hypocrite. You do have, speaking of mics, you do have a nice boom arm with a microphone on it. Webcam is on your PC for some reason, not on your actual monitor. Maybe you just like the angled shot more. I don't know. Maybe you can put that on the stand somehow as well. Maybe another boom arm, or I don't know. Doesn't look the most ideal to just have it free balling on your rig. Are those vape batteries? Vape niche, bro. Vape niche. You also got lots of pedals. Pedal to the metal, bruh. All these guitar pedals, very nice. Fender amp. We have a musician on our hands, folks. This lamp, I think somebody else, I commented on somebody else's setup that they had a dated looking lamp. Yours looks even more dated. I mean, lighting is good, but maybe you could update that a little bit. Nice Corsair mouse pad, definitely fills up your desk area. Plenty large for your keyboard and mouse. And I feel like you could just use a little bit more bling, you know? Like this setup has a lot of potential, especially because you've got this really nice wall-mounted display. Your PC's on the desk. If you just clean up the cable management, just get rid of this lamp. Get a nice stand for your gamepad, maybe some RGB lighting behind the desk. I always suggest that. And just those few things, which are cheap and easy to do, I think would really elevate the overall setup. But yeah, were there any other photos? Here's a side angle. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Okie dokie, that's all. That's all for setups for right now, cause we've been going for 2 hours. 2 hours! Thank you, YouTube viewers from around the globe, for watching my video. Like it if you liked it. Join the Workhorse Discord. I'll put a link in the description. It's a great community. There's a lot of activity going on there. Lots of fun channels to explore. And follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/workhorse for the next time I do this live if you want to catch it live. Okay.